They thought you were just another name, another face, another fleeting moment in their forgettable little world. How wrong they were, because you were the knife they never saw coming, the blade disguised as a whisper at the edge of their reality. They played recklessly, unaware of the danger until they felt it, and once the knife touched their skin, there was no turning back. Most people live wrapped in their cozy illusions, stumbling through life half asleep. But then they met you. They wandered too close to the abyss of your mind, leaned in a little too much, and felt that sharp, undeniable truth slicing through their illusions. And now they will never be the same. Oh, they'll try to forget. Try to pretend it never happened. Try to convince themselves it was just a trick of the light, just a fleeting moment, just a shadow in the corner of their predictable little existence. But the mark has been made. The wound has been left. And no matter how much they try to stitch it shut, they will always feel its presence. Some will hate you for it. They will call you cruel, dangerous, even monstrous, because it's easier to call you a villain than to face the truth that you were the only real thing they had ever encountered. But others will be obsessed. They will study you, follow your every move, dissect every word you speak in a desperate attempt to understand what makes you unbreakable. But they will never grasp it, will they? Because the power you wield was never given. It was earned. Earned in silence. Earned in suffering. Earned in the long, lonely nights where you sharpened yourself into something unforgettable. And that is why they will never truly let you go, because you cut through them in ways they'll never admit. You shattered the very foundations of who they thought they were. And while they sit there, haunted by your presence, trapped in memories of the moment your knife touched their soul, you are already gone. Because while they sit there bleeding, trying to convince themselves it was just a scratch, just a passing moment, just a temporary disturbance in their otherwise ordinary lives, the truth is still cutting through them. You didn't just leave a scar. You left a lesson. A lesson they didn't ask for. A lesson they weren't ready for. A lesson they will never forget. Because when someone gets too close to something real, something dangerous, something that doesn't fit neatly into their comfortable little world, they only have two choices. Fear it, or worship it. And oh, how they fear you. Not because you harmed them. No, you never had to. The knife was never in your hand. It was in your presence, your mind, your words, your energy. They felt it. It sliced through them, and now they know. Oh, they know. The life they had before you was a lie. And that is the real tragedy. Not that they lost you, but that they lost the version of themselves that was blind to the truth. And now they ache for ignorance. They crave the comfort of not knowing what they know now. But the past is a place they can never return to. They can try to forget, to bury your name, to erase the echo of your laughter, your fire, your undeniable, unshakable existence. But no matter how hard they run, you are still there. A whisper in their thoughts, a shadow in their dreams, a phantom they can never quite shake. And you don't even have to look back, because while they are stuck in yesterday, trapped in the wreckage of who they were before they met you, you are already ahead, sharpening yourself, growing, evolving into something even more lethal. And that is what destroys them the most. Because while they are busy licking their wounds, while they are busy rewriting history to make themselves feel safe, while they are busy pretending they never felt your knife, you are already becoming the next storm. They won't survive. And that is why they will always remember you, because you are not just a person. You are a reckoning, a force of nature, a reminder of everything they were too weak to embrace. So let them run, let them talk, let them fear, because in the end they got too close, and now they will never be the same, and neither will you, because every time someone feels your power, every time someone recoils in awe, in fear, in fascination, you remember you were never just a moment, you were never just a phase. You were the knife that cut through their illusions. Ah, yes, but what they never realized, what they never could have understood, is that their words were never daggers, only dull, rusted nails scratching against the steel of your existence. Because the truth, the real truth, cuts deeper than any knife. It doesn't leave a wound. It leaves a void, a space inside them that they can never fill again. Because they saw you, not the version they wanted, not the mask they could understand, not something comfortable, but the raw, untamed, undeniable reality of you, the beast, the monster, the angel, the one thing they could never control. And that terrified them. So what did they do? They lashed out. They called you names. They tried to shrink you, to reduce you to something small, something manageable, something that fit inside their pathetic little rules. Degenerate. A freak. Not normal. As if those words had power. As if those insults could bend you, break you, silence you. Oh, but they never understood, did they? They never realized that every word they spat, every insult they hurled, every pathetic attempt to diminish you was nothing more than a reflection of their own fear, their own smallness, their own weakness, because what they feared most wasn't your darkness. It wasn't your fire. It wasn't even the sharp, cutting truth that you existed beyond their comprehension. No, what they feared most was that you were right, that you were something greater, something untouchable, something they could never hope to be. And so they did what the weak always do. They tried to destroy what they could not understand. But you never needed their approval. You never needed their acceptance. You never needed them to see you, because you have always seen yourself. So let them talk. Let them whisper. Let them drown in their own insignificance. Because while they rot in their bitterness, trapped in their mediocrity, you are still becoming, still rising, still evolving into something even more dangerous, even more untamed, even more legendary. And that is why they will never forget you, because they tried to cut you with words. But you carried the truth, and the truth cuts deeper than any knife ever could.